Knife. It's a new moon, it's a wonderful night. I gotta tell them a wonderful light. They think it's love when you give them a like. You thought they was feeling you? That boy don't believe. We did it first like Adam and Eve. Wisdom and power and knowledge increase. Wisdom is crying, it's right on the street while we're niggas is dying. These niggas be lying, I'm telling the truth. I gotta get back, I'm all in the root. They want all of my sins delete. I gotta win, believe. They want me gone, delete. I hit the keyboard, delete. I hear them talking, delete. I see the comments, delete. They want me gone, delete. I gotta win, believe. I be on my best now. Hey, I be with the best. Hey, yeah, we B.I.G. like best. Hey, I be on my best now. Hey,
yeah, delete, delete. I put the pressure on them. Haters seem to be mad with me, but I ain't even put my best on them. I know we the top of the food chain, and our heritage threatened, so now they confuse things. They try to remove things, specifically Jew things. I come off combative, cause all of this matters, but they try to tell me I'm out of my brain for rejecting the lies. My ninja, you tried. Don't need your approval to prove we the guys, cause you would just lie. We say we want change, but we get the same thing. Give us religion, it doesn't relieve pain. This walk has been fired like hot to the toast. Feel like I done gave up the most. I'm still going hard like I'm supposed. I'm backed by the bros. I'm not trying to boast, but the world about to fiddle all woes for what they done did to its shows and scattered us way across the ocean.
Whoa, you don't wanna go downtown where the roads closed. Everybody knows grow like Pinocchio. You ain't got a lot of all of my sins delete. I gotta win, believe. They want me gone, delete. I hit the keyboard, delete. I hear them talking, delete. I see the comments, delete. They want me gone, delete. I gotta win, believe.
I've been angry with myself. I'm my worst critic. I've been examining myself. I'm my worst critic. I've been going hard on myself. I'm my worst critic. I've been mad at myself. I'm my worst critic. Worst critic. Scripture side. Got a lot of evil on our mind. Get it together. We don't even have much time. Now you can only save yourself, and it's not only about yourself. Still gotta watch over your family. At the same time, worry about yourself. Selfish, selfless. How you gotta be, can't help this. Sin in me, I'm helpless, but His grace suffices me. Internal power deep inside my soul. Satan devours, can't let go. I've been angry with myself. I'm my worst critic. I've been examining myself. I'm my worst critic. I've been going hard on myself. I'm my worst critic. I've been mad at myself. I'm my worst critic. Worst critic.
I've been hard on myself, and I must admit I'm my worst critic. Striving for perfection, I'm always messing up, but somehow something's always happening. Is it something that I did? Maybe it's something that I said. My mind's a 7 watchmen. I'm overthinking things inside my head. Selfish, selfless, how you gotta be, can't help it. Sending me up helpless, but His grace suffices me.
I've been angry with myself. I'm my worst critic. I've been examining myself. I'm my worst critic. I've been going hard on myself. I'm my worst critic. I've been mad at myself. I'm my worst critic. Worst critic. I'm ready to go. Jesus, take control. My body and flesh is so weak. I've been angry with myself. I'm my worst critic. I've been examining myself. I'm my worst critic. I've been going hard on myself. I'm my worst critic. I've been mad at myself. I'm my worst critic. Worst critic.
I did a lot of things in my life, and some of those things wasn't right. I know I gotta get my shit together. The Most High put me on the spot, like Dalmatian dogs on the spot. Like car garages, I've been through a lot. Nobody knows my pain. That's why this thing comes spilling out. Spilling out. Spilling out. Spilling out. I've seen a lot of things and it's true. I'm watching how all these brothers move. Boom. Especially I'm watching me too. I promise I didn't choose this life, see I didn't have an option. The Most High bit me like a little ball of cotton. I promise, I promise. I didn't understand until now. I didn't learn how to be a man until now. I can figure out God's plan until now. I promise. I did a lot of things in my life, but some of those things wasn't right. I know I gotta get my shit together. The Most High put me on the spot, like Dalmatian dogs on the spot. Like car garages, I've been through a lot. Nobody knows my pain. That's why this thing comes spilling out. Spilling out. Spilling out. Yeah. It comes all spilling out like air to a pipe. Pressure couldn't fold me, couldn't hold me, but making me fight better. Oppression got me mad, I'm making a tight fist. See a dog, I swear if you talk, I'll be Mike Vick. So much on my mind, I'm ready to take mine. You can tell time, I can't discern the time. Spilling out. Spilling out. Spilling out.
Footprints in the waters. I pray for my sons and my daughters. We're still at that place where they brought us. You don't understand how I'm thinking right now. Building up my faith, I ain't sinking right now. Walking on the water and I hope I don't drown. Footprints in the waters. I pray for my sons and my daughters. We're still at that place where they brought us. You don't understand how I'm thinking right now. Building up my faith, I ain't sinking right now. Walking on the water and I hope I don't drown.
Footprints, I done caught the wave. God got me, I ain't gotta stray. Standing on my tents, it's like day one. I cannot pretend I don't play dumb. Way too much sin, so I pray more. And this great whore, God said it's a crown if I wait for it. So I'ma walk this water till I make sure. And Lord knows, I deserve the death, but I'm breathing. I cannot misstep around my demons, nah. I see niggas step cause they legions, why? I guess they didn't prep for the season. That explains why they falter. The deeper you go, it gets darker. I lift my head up to the Father, and I pray that I walk in faith. Take a look at my
footprints in the water. I pray for my sons and my daughters. We still at that place where they brought us. They don't understand how I'm thinking right now. Building up my faith, I ain't sinking right now. Walking on the water and I hope I don't drown. Footprints in the water. I pray for my sons and my daughters. We still at that place where they brought us. They don't understand how I'm thinking right now. Building up my faith, I ain't sinking right now. Walking on the water and I hope I don't drown. Breath, should I take a deep faith? Should I take a leap? How? This water under my feet. Oh, how? Gotta face my fear. Cause the timing is almost near. So tell me how the prophecies come to pass so clear. Take a bow down here. Now they can see my footprints in the water. I pray for my sons and my daughters. We still at that place where they brought us. They don't understand how I'm thinking right now. Building up my faith, I ain't sinking right now. Walking on the water and I hope I don't drown. Footprints in the waters. I pray for my sons and my daughters. We still at that place where they brought us. You don't understand how I'm thinking right now. Building up my faith, I ain't sinking right now. Walking on the water and I hope I don't drown.
Like a faucet, the Bible is water, and you know that I let it leak through. Careful when holding the Bible, most powerful weapon, and you know that weapon is lethal. I keep the law like I'm legal, fighting my sins, I'm fighting, can't let it defeat you. Job kept integrity, I gotta keep my integrity too, like this is the secret. I told you before, like a faucet, the Bible is water, and you know that I let it leak through. Careful when holding the Bible, most powerful weapon, and you know that weapon is lethal. I keep the law like I'm legal, fighting my sins, I'm fighting, can't let it defeat you. Job kept integrity, I gotta keep my integrity too, like this is the sequel. Ayy, I swear it's as fun as it looks. I told you I came to make history, this going down in the books. I gotta get back in my bag, I gotta get back to the books. He made me a fisherman, that's why I be killing the hooks. Damn, I had to change who I am. Got turned a boy to a man, I never ran. I turned the script to a jam. I party hard with the fam, they don't understand. I'm not a regular man, making your soul dance. I got the whole world, and it's in my hands, so we can all hold hands. Yeah, look. You look as sad as you seem. Gotta speak up when you talk to me, yeah, you might have to scream. Scary movie like a scream. He gon' make the world scream. Michael Jackson, we ain't going back to black, you could tell Billie Jean. I told you before, like a faucet, the Bible is water, and you know that I let it lead through. Careful when holding the Bible, most powerful weapon, and you know that weapon is lethal. I keep the law like I'm legal, fighting my demons, I'm fighting, can't let it defeat you. Don't keep integrity, I gotta keep my integrity too, like this is the sequel. I told you before, like a faucet, the Bible is water, and you know that I let it lead through. Careful when holding the Bible, most powerful weapon, and you know that weapon is lethal. I keep the law like I'm legal, fighting my sins, I'm fighting, can't let it defeat you. Job kept integrity, I gotta keep my integrity too, like this is the sequel.
Ayy, I gotta stand 10 toes. Ayy, level up for the kingdom, shake off the demons, just like the prophet I'm Job. Ayy, power of Joshua, we bout to prosper. Look at the sun, it's on froze. The moon can't move till we done. We got a whole lot to prove. My enemies see the best of me. The whole earth feel the energy. The land is ours like it's manifest destiny. Death in the pot, now stir it up. And my God, yeah, he got the recipe. Call all the fowls that come from the heavens to eat up the flesh of all of my enemies. This is a movement, they put out confusion. They thought that they had us on hold. Till the Holy Spirit taught us redemption. Now we is back in our mode. Integrity, that's what's controlling me. Till all the nation gets sold. Christ coming back with a legion of angels. That is a sight to behold.
I told you before, like a faucet, the Bible is water, and you know that I let it lead. You care from a hold in the Bible, most powerful weapon, and you know that weapon is lethal. I keep the law like I'm legal. Fighting my demons, I'm fighting, can't let it defeat you. Broke up integrity, I gotta keep my integrity too. Like this is the sequel. I told you before, like a faucet, the Bible is water, and you know that I let it lead. You care for a hold in the Bible, most powerful weapon, and you know that weapon is lethal. I keep the law like I'm legal. Fighting my sins, I'm fighting, can't let it defeat you. Broke up integrity, I gotta keep my integrity too. Like this is the sequel.
Ayy, ayy, like OJ the juice, man, I'm saying the prophets is loose. Keeping it mobile, I don't need a boost. And damn, where you at? Been in the jungle since I heard that Judah Black. I ain't through with that. Go Mufasa on the opposition team on a sewer rat, not a mere cat. This is mere facts. Put us on a boat, now we steering back and we mirror that from coast to coast, country to country. They fearing that. It appears that all this God talk got them shaking like dice. Planet of the apes, yeah, they ate life. When we take it back, we ain't playing nice. Better give me that throne, escaping my sin like it's a plantation, making the amends for abomination. Stuck in the skin since the creation. That is the flesh, and I gotta face it. Victory lap, in fact, I can taste it. In closer than it's ever been. All these dry bones took the skeletons. Look at what he built. Better man.
I told you before, like a faucet, the Bible is water, and you know that I let it lead. You care from a hold in the Bible, most powerful weapon, and you know that weapon is lethal. I keep the law like I'm legal. Fighting my demons, I'm fighting, can't let it defeat you. Broke up integrity, I gotta keep my integrity too. Like this is the sequel. I told you before, like a faucet, the Bible is water, and you know that I let it lead. You care from a hold in the Bible, most powerful weapon, and you know that weapon is lethal. I keep the law like I'm legal. Fighting my sins, I'm fighting, can't let it defeat you. Broke up integrity, I gotta keep my integrity too. Like this is the sequel, ayy. Yeah, 2.0. Integrate. Gritty.
Gotta stay real to the end. Gotta overcome in the end. Ain't no greater love than a man who would die for his friend. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Got all my pain and regret. All of my sins I confess. Gotta live forever, never, never. Don't wanna feel pain at the end.
They ain't never seen a godly man. They ain't never seen a real brother. If you ain't never killed the old man, now how the hell can you die for your brother? I pour my soul into this. Measure of Christ, I'm trying to grow into this. Drink the same cup so I know what it is. This the New Testament, I made an investment. I had no other choice. I can see the future, but I am not raving. Store my treasures up in heaven. That's the real definition of a life saving. Niggas dying over dollars, I call that idolatry. Niggas robbing family dollars just to shop at Dollar Tree.
Don't make no sense.
He died with his hands up, innocent, innocent, yeah, that's me. Hair like wool, yeah, that's sheep. They be trying to sugarcoat, yeah, that's sweet. They gon' be hanging off their legs, yep, yeah, that's the feet. Yeah, that's the heat. The Bible is a faucet, and there goes the leak. I was born a prophet, and therefore I preach. I die for this, I pray for this. Spiritual words convert atheists. I don't even eat breakfast. So why the hell would I break for this? Kill me, won't need a tombstone. If I die, I'ma move on. Resurrection for the kings. Resurrected by the king.
Gotta stay real to the end. Gotta overcome in the end. Ain't no greater love than a man who would die for his friend. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All of my pain and regret. All of my sins I confess. Tryna live forever and ever and ever. Don't wanna feel pain at the death.
It's that time again. Yeah. Ya es la hora. You know, power hour. Ponle atención, class is in session. Tune in for an hour, maybe more, that's a blessing. Learn from the captains and the leadership. Flee from religion, cause them churches never teaching everything you learn for your benefit. Line upon line is a requisite. Never take a deficit, yeah. That mean you take a loss if you stray from the way. You get the understanding if you study every day. Apply what you learn and bless when you pray. It's one interpretation, man, it's say what it say. Ya viene el tiempo, entra para el templo. Aprende del maestro con talento. La Biblia es el centro, usando a Israel como instrumento. No te pierdas en doctrina como viento. Estudia y ora y aplica. Tiempo para Dios, ven, hace una cita. Escritura dinamita, morenos y hispanos israelitas. Oye cómo explica Israel unido en Cristo para la vida, nunca se divida. Tune in, it's the power hour. Learn your family history, don't be a coward. Yeah. Tune in, it's the power hour. I said learn your family history, don't be a coward.
Yeah, history to learn. It's the power hour. The 11th hour. Tune in to your history. You know it ain't no mystery. Power hour. The 11th hour. You gon' learn your true history. 11th hour. Power hour.
Shalom, shalom. Welcome to the Power Hour Plus. Yeah. I am Deacon Yashua.
Officer Shia.
Shalom, Officer Asher.
Officer Tobias.
Oh, praise.
And we back
in the building.
That's right.
I know. I didn't even know that Ruvain wasn't going to be here.
Bruh. Fired.
I was like.
Suspended.
I was like, oh, you just hanging out, Asher?
Yeah. I thought he told you, man. I don't know what's wrong with him.
I didn't even know, bro.
You're making me look bad. Just showing up.
Prayers are with Officer Ruvain. Not feeling good.
Right.
He jacked up. He called in sick. He did the sick voice. You know what you call it?
Yeah.
Sick job.
You said, yeah. Turn up the USB.
Right.
Do it again. Do it again.
I've been there.
Asher, could you cover?
Yeah.
He
I've done
said
that so many times at work.
He said the Most High has stricken me because I didn't watch the show last week. Damn.
Or his.
Or me or the sister.
Or his proving sister.
We was behind 2 views.
I know. We were behind 2 views.
Come on, man.
Most High judged them this week. He said, oh, you want to take the show for granted?
Word?
Dang.
He said, you want to take the show for granted?
You ain't going.
He said...
Wipe your ass, niggas.
Damn. So he said, look, now he said, let me make sure I tune in this week. Lord, forgive me.
Right.
No, let's
Forgive me for my deceit. Well, and then when we asked him, what was that? He was like avoiding it and stuff, just laughing and whatnot.
Well, what had happened was.
And you know what it is that brothers think, like, I don't know if when it comes to me or just in general, they think they got a strategy, like if they just stay quiet, like I'm going to stop.
Nothing will happen.
Right.
I amuse the hell out of myself. I keep going.
You just keep going. That's what makes it better, though. That's what makes it better. Oh, he said he's recovering.
I just keep going, bro. I just keep going. That's it.
All praises. Hey, but you're not on the show. Is the sister still gonna tune in since you're not on the show? King Ruvain?
She's got a comment.
King Ruvain.
King Ruvain.
I know. He was all like, yo, I changed my name. I said, King's not Hebrew.
Hey, you know, I still remember when that was announced. You remember when it was announced? The Sabbath announcements?
Yep.
Everybody got quiet.
Everybody was like, what? Everybody was like, what? Is it? Always being extra. I was like, damn.
Lord have mercy.
King Ruvain.
Ruby?
It's his childhood trauma.
El Rey.
It's his childhood trauma.
Oh, shoot.
Right.
It's that deep, huh?
Yeah, I don't think they called him by his name. I don't know what his childhood nickname was, but they got it.
They gonna call me.
Why are we doing
They
this?
gonna call me king now.
Because you ain't here, man.
They gonna call me the king.
He said they gonna call me king. I don't know, bro. That's like, I don't know. Maybe he got like insecurities or something. Like he had to call himself king. He said, my wife gonna call me king one way or another.
He needs some milk.
Oh, he's forcing the hand.
Oh, snap.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
Hey, that wasn't me, Uvain. Captain Zeph just dropped it and just brought it all back to remembrance.
Damn.
Shout out Captain Zeph.
Shout out to Captain.
It's like, I said, king ain't. Now, if he'd have put Malek Uvain,
Maybe.
right, then I'd have been all right, but I don't know. It makes the rounds every now and then. Just like the Lord's judgment is like a circle. Like getting on Uvain is a circle.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Right.
We just talked about
Malak Rawaban. That's right. He could have went that way, right?
Oh, Malak Raban.
Right.
Hey, watch you say we must redeem ourselves. Jahida. She said, Officer Ray, we must redeem ourselves.
Oh,
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't think she like tuned in that much last week. I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Like,
okay.
I don't
I
know.
thought she was talking about regarding the names.
Yeah.
Hey, Deke, it's actually from when she said that the sisters have it harder. That's probably what she meant.
Oh, that's right. She
you're
did
throwing
say.
shots.
My wife did say the sisters have it harder. That was a hot button
But
topic.
there was fruit that came out of that,
Bro.
though. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, it's like. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like we could be like Apple and just give the people what they don't know that they wanted, right? Or we could listen to what the people say and do it. Bro, last week's title got like mad views of the show.
views.
And I actually think the shows prior to that were a lot better than what we did last week. Like, I think they were a lot
Okay.
more fire than what they were last week.
I
But,
see what
but
you're
those
saying.
shows didn't get as much views. So I'm just thinking it's the title. Like, people want the smoke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Always.
whenever I come up with stuff like that.
Always.
They don't want the
The
smoke.
title is
they
everything.
Don't want the smoke.
The title is everything.
I know. So it's like, that's why I put this this title, and people's probably like, oh,
Hey, it was
okay.
nice having Cap, too.
Hey, y'all got to share. We only got 174 watching right now. What is this?
Right.
What is
Get them
this?
up, get them up.
I know we the late show in most of the places, you know.
Yeah.
Right. It's just a child out there. Put 'em on. Oh, snap. Yep. She was talking like that. Damn. Oh. Okay. Wait. So this is y'all got some content that you created?
Oh, snap already?
Damn.
Yeah, that thing right there was, whoa.
Oh, this is gonna be,
Oh, you-
this is
you
gonna
put
be a
that up?
crazy day.
Yeah.
Oh, this was one you put up.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. We'll get all.
So
to
is this
that
a
in second.
plus day, Deke? Or you already did too many of them?
Hey, get the one I put on the
Don't
fitness
ask.
chat about
Why?
the tortillas.
Don't ask because if it happens, it happens.
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
It's gonna happen natural.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Fitness.
all
I thought
right.
you said 50s.
But then you start
Fitness.
asking, he's gonna be
Yeah,
no.
okay.
I want to go home. I'm tired. Yes, bro. So don't ask.
Damn, I have a little heartburn today because I didn't eat enough.
I think I got some things in my
Dang.
backpack.
Well, I have a hiatal hernia. So it's like a little hole in the diaphragm and the stomach pops up through there sometimes and it causes
Damn.
acid.
This
Yeah.
is why we don't think we eat a lot?
That
Is that
sounds-
the one you're looking for?
Yeah, that's the one. Send that over.
Yo, I
I'll
saw
look
this
at
on
that.
Instagram
Yeah.
last time. I love this.
So it's
video.
bothering me a little bit now out of
This
the
one?
blue. Yeah, that's the one. That's the
Okay.
one. Hey, so we're gonna jump in. Because I don't really want to plus. I'm tired today. I'm tired.
Oh, did I jinx it off Sasha?
A little bit,
I
yeah,
jinx
bro.
it?
I'm not trying to plus.
You came too early.
Shit,
See?
man.
You came with it too early.
So we gonna hit our
Yeah,
health
build
stuff.
Oh, damn.
We have some leftover from last week. All right, and shout out to Captain Abiel,
Yeah.
Black
That's
Rhino.
right.
Yes.
It's good having him in the booth. It's good having him in the booth. With the exception of the house looking like the inside of a vagina.
That wasn't the only thing he said either.
Yo.
That was not the only thing he said.
We were like,
No, that's why I say it was really his contributions were great.
Right.
With the exception
But he always does that though.
of the I know, bro.
Doesn't he always
he's
just do that?
freaking-
He's always extra.
Let me be nice. I'm just gonna say he's unique.
Oh.
He's unique. Nah, bro. That's
Oh,
that's
hey,
my dude, bro.
Like when
Hey,
when he used your full name in that video when we was recording the food.
right. Like,
Yo, I
bro,
wanted to post that.
I know you wanted
Now I
to
can't
post
do it.
Nah, no,
I
you
had to
better-
cut it off.
No, you better
Yeah,
not.
I know,
People
I
gonna
know.
hunt- people
No,
gonna
I
hunt
know,
me-
I
People
know.
gonna hunt me down.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No.
Benson, you rang?
Yes, sir. Hey, I just want to ask the people that's watching, drop a yes in the comments if you're satisfied with the changing of the lower third so you can see
Oh,
everybody better
snap.
now.
That's
Look at this-
right. I
Hey,
just realized it.
Look at this
So
guy.
drop a comment if you're
Our,
satisfied. now.
our lower third burned the fat.
Oh,
See, what y'all didn't realize is that was subtle marketing
Yo,
to go over the
I didn't even think about it
to
like
go
that.
over the fitness stuff with y'all when we were doing the fitness
I didn't think
topics.
about it like that.
So
They love it.
we made the lower third fat, and you see how it bothered y'all, like the
Damn.
fatness. Y'all couldn't stand the fatness, right? It was getting in the way of everything.
So that was all symbolism.
Right.
So then y'all was like, yo, can y'all change that? Can you lose some weight on your lower third?
Right.
Damn.
Right?
Do all things under edification.
Damn.
So
Yo, that was symbolism.
so we slimmed down. The lower third started counting their macros and tracking their calories.
Right.
After a couple weeks of being told to do
Right.
it.
Right. I just realized it too. I didn't even realize it.
Well,
That
me neither.
the lower
It-
third is down. Damn, I gotta make sure my belly don't come back too strong then, because then it's gonna show up now.
Oh, dang.
Because
Right.
the lower third was
Yeah.
good
Let
me
because
see
it covered the belly.
Right.
The lower-
It was just chest up. Chest
right.
up.
It was good from like the chest up, but now you get some. You know, I gotta make
Now
sure.
we gotta stand straighter.
Gotta
Now.
make sure I don't come in bloated or nothing like that. Hey, no, but shout out to Captain Abiel. It was a real good visit with him. He did our regional new moon class here. Cause y'all be forgetting about the West Coast.
That right?
Like by the time we're able to get to like by the time class was over on the East Coast, it wasn't.
Right. It
wasn't even new moon yet here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he did a interesting topic.
Great class too.
Yeah, he got to flesh that out some more. He had a lot.
That's a good power hour topic.
And it's a good power hour topic. Maybe we save it for when he come back and we'll power hour.
Hey, that nigga window was crazy though.
The nigga window, right?
The nigga window was
that
crazy.
stuff is crazy, right? See now you mentioned it, so we got to tell everybody.
Hey, put it up. I put it on the nigga window. It's on the media laptop.
Right.
Downloads.
We spoke about the nigga window.
Come on, man.
Sounds like something out the Boondocks.
And the effect, and there's
Were
just
you
a
not
lot
here?
of levels to that.
You was there, right?
Was I?
No,
you came
late.
He came late.
I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't here on the Sabbath, right?
Yeah.
Did you come back married?
Ooh.
Betrothed?
He came back red.
What was the other one?
What are the other options?
What are you guys talking about?
Remember, he went out of town. Did he come back married?
The new moon was after I got back
Betrothed?
from Vegas.
Oh, or single?
Okay, all right.
Did you come back married?
Hey, all right. So put it up on the screen because they heard us say that. Some people might not know what we're talking about unless they from like.
Oh, I caught this part of the moon. Yeah, I came in like right when you introduced it.
So we were just talking about like the conveniences and the contamination we have in it, and then like one of the things was that this puts you in a frame of mind because we're so used to going to master for everything that it don't even faze us. That I'm sure there's other cities where they have this, but this was commonplace growing up in New York. And it's the nigga window. It's like we're not even good enough to go into the store, right? Now, listen. Some of the neighborhoods that these things in, I mean, I think it's kind of warranted.
Definitely, definitely warranted.
You know, but they see all of us this way. I'm not talking about the ones that's deserving of it. And so we were talking about the nigga window where it's like, so this is like a freaking deli and like bodega.
You know the spot?
So like if you wanted your milk, if you wanted your bread, whatever it is you want to get from the convenience store late at night in the bodega, you couldn't go in the store.
Right.
You had to go up to the window. You tell them what you want. Right, and then they bring it to you.
Right.
And then I mean, but we could just sit down and have a whole deep discussion about it, like because Bishop Yawasop was bringing out how like, damn, like what makes you think he gonna give you the freshest bread? You know how sometimes you got the older bread and you might get the one that has the later expiration date.
You could pick
whatever it is, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even do your own shopping for yourself.
But the fact that they had to make that's the point.
Right. The fact, right? There's that side of it too, right? A lot of times we only look at the side of. Damn, how foul they treat us.
But it is warranted.
Right. So for some of us, right, look at that. They have the nigga window in Ohio, exactly. Damn. Hey, so I was telling them too, the KFC that was near where I grew up had a nigga window.
Oh wow.
Like inside.
Right.
Like
so the cashier this
that's
way.
So jacked up.
Bro,
man.
it was all bulletproof glass.
Hey, I went to Detroit.
And they had 3 rotating doors.
Yeah.
And they would, bro, it's hilarious because they would hand you the bag in the nigga window,
and then
it would steam up. The whole window would steam up from the hot fried chicken
right.
in the thing. So that just a little memory that popped into my head.
At least you know it's fresh.
I guess that's the other side of it.
Yeah.
That's the other side of it. But anyway, all praises. Shout out to Captain Abiel. Good deep thought. I like the class that he was.
Come through.
Hey, sis, I don't know if it's a Shira or a Shira. But she says she lost 5 pounds by tracking. All praises. Hey,
I
bet you the bulk of that 5 pounds is not just scare weight. You lost some fat, right? Because people go on the extreme diet, and I dropped 10 pounds in a week.
Weight.
A lot of that's water. A lot of that's water. I'm not saying some fat, but that's water. All praises, and not as stressful, right? You get to kind of enjoy the food you want. Don't put yourself and create a disordered eating pattern. So,
all right.
All praises. That's what's up. Hey, let's talk about some health stuff first. Let's talk about some health stuff.
What the hell?
To the main topic.
Video.
Let's get it.
Right, because we've been talking about the health. The people seem to like the health stuff, right?
You know we love Issachar food.
Right. Right. I like Issachar food.
No, I think it's the best. Hey,
yes,
also about that we can agree on.
I don't know. Is it in my top 5?
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
How can you go wrong with Issachar?
Okay, I've said this before. I don't include Ephraim food in my top 5 because that has it like
That's
A
your
bias.
tribe.
That's you.
that's yeah.
Why? Because why wouldn't you include it?
Because then it would have to be number 1 by default.
Yeah, it's a bias.
So there's a bias. So it stands outside of that, right? Like it's like like it's the GOAT,
Right. I got you. Okay.
right? But as far as ethnic styles of food, I have I think Italian's my number 1 favorite.
Yeah,
Okay.
Italian's good.
Oh,
we had some Italian that one day.
probably followed by Greek.
Ed and Peters be hitting.
But there's not a lot of
Greek.
There's not a lot of
Dang,
good
I
Greek
never
out
heard. I
here.
ain't heard
the
that.
Euros, famous Georges.
Greek food is Greek or Mediterranean because like Lebanese food is good.
Right,
Yes,
Few
that is
times
good.
I've had
It is
it,
pretty
right?
good. It is
Greek,
pretty good.
Lebanese.
So that's your second Greek.
Yeah.
And Lebanese.
Elam got some good food too.
Right.
You get you a good Elam spot.
I don't know. I don't trust Elam because
Hey,
you know,
no.
their
If you watch them Elon videos, you don't want to eat that crap, man.
that's
You see the little
that's-
mouses and
Benji.
shit running around?
Benji can't
Benji's
go wrong.
probably third for me. Benji's
Okay.
probably third.
You're gonna be full.
What's 4 for me?
Levi.
Nah,
I don't even know Levi food.
because it's not Levi cuisine. I think there's just some good Levi cooks that I've come across. in
Yeah, that's
Israel,
what I'm saying. You got to get the right
but
right
they're not
guy.
really known for their cuisine.
No.
Levi,
Nah.
right?
I just had some real good
But
Levi
I've had
food.
no. I've
there
had
we go.
I've had some fire Levi cooks. I've had some fire.
That black rice is everything right there.
That's kind of like the same as Benji.
You might as well throw.
Nah,
Issachar
no,
in
it's
there.
not. No, it's not.
Maybe
no,
it's
not.
5.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Maybe when you eat it in DR, it's different.
Because I would put like South American cuisine, which has a lot of overlap, as like 4th for me. Because I do like some of the differences that they have.
Right.
Maybe
So, Asher?
Maybe it's.
Hey, what about
5.
pastries? What tribe you think would make the best pastries? You remember that? Remember that buñuelo you had? That Colombian buñuelo you had? Tell me that with the cheese?
the desserts
With the
are good.
cheese?
The
Come
dessert-
on.
the desserts are
Come
good.
on, give me some. Give me some.
It was all right. It wasn't.
Come on, man.
This
Bro.
guy. Come on, man.
Off top,
It was some good stuff.
Let's
man.
go.
Some good
off
stuff.
top, I don't think I've had Ethiopian food. I can't say that I've ever had it. I maybe I have, and I don't recall. I can't say I've ever had it. I've had Elam. I like Elam food, but I don't think it makes my top 5. It got to be like.
Not yet, but-
Issachar, I guess, will be 5 for me.
Yeah.
It'll
All
be like
praises.
5th.
You got to. You
That's
can't.
just me bunching it, because I'm counting like
Damn.
South America as one style
his
of
last
cuisine.
option.
Right.
South
Right.
America has
You know what
different
I'm
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very
But it's very similar.
But Issachar's versatile. There's so many ways
Thank
you
you.
can make.
Burrito.
very versatile
Enchilada.
tortillas.
Close.
Simeon cuisine is not in my list because it's very similar to Ephraim stuff.
Yeah.
It's some minor differences, but for the most part, our stuff is
same.
foundationally the same.
Right.
Same with
So-
Zebulon.
Then you got
and
the
for
soups.
the most part, same with Zebulon and Issachar.
Issachar soup, menudo, pozole.
Just got to know who's making it.
Right.
Make
But do
sure
you
it's
say that
lawful.
the same for Manessa
Yeah,
food?
I'll leave it in top 5. Oh no, BS.
Damn.
4 is Manessa food. 5 is South American.
Asher.
Damn.
Issachar got to be 6.
Well, at least-
Issachar's not in my
Hey,
top
at least
5.
Asher
sorry.
made it,
Let me
man.
ask
I don't, you know.
So you wouldn't consider Manessa kind of the same as
No,
Simeon is
no,
number
no,
one, papi.
no,
no.
Diles.
Also
Okay.
got some.
Their seasonings are different. They cook different. Like Cuban
Damn.
food. I love their coffee. Their pastries hit. Cuban food something different.
No, we're talking about food. We're not talking about coffee.
I know, but I'm thinking cuisine in
general.
You gotta bunch it
Okay.
up.
In general.
Mhm.
In general.
Okay.
She says Simeon is number 1, papi. Dile. No, it just stands on its own. It just stands on
Is that
its
an
own.
ongoing argument at the house? Because you said it compares to the Puerto Rican, the
It's
Simeon
similar.
food.
Similar. So
It's
so
similar.
up there.
It's
up
similar.
there.
Sister Jahara, is it similar?
It's similar.
This is why we
No,
can't do the cooking
she's
show.
gonna talk smack and say that they make their stuff. But I'm talking about the foundation of our food. It's the
Right.
same menu items for the most part.
Right. It's just
Right.
prepared different.
Yes,
Just
Sister
prepared
Myra.
different.
Yes,
Just
Sister
prepared
Myra.
different.
Hey, we gotta do that cooking show.
Okay, Cool Breeze. I don't know what tribe you're from or whatever it
It's
is,
not the same.
but you're saying Issachar's number 1. Can you say that if you've not had the other Northern Kingdom types of foods?
This is true.
Boo-doo.
You got to have a very good both.
I'm gonna see what's up with
Well,
some Ethiopian
they
food.
did say
I'm gonna
no
see
doubt.
what's up.
I heard she won you over with the rice.
Wow, she said it's not the same. That's because she on the BS Dominican pride stuff. She's still yet to subdue herself. No, it's not the. How you know I love Dina goat tacos? It's not Dina's goat tacos. It's the lamb ones anyway. Okay,
Those are fire.
but I'm talking about cuisine. Like Mexican food is never really top of my list as far as.
But it's never the bottom.
They're good street food,
It's not top
bro.
5.
I will
It's
say
not top
this.
5.
Okay, what's your top?
Mexican, bro.
You're gonna betray the tribe like
After
that, bro.
going to Peru,
Uh huh.
That
Hey, Peru got the meats, bro.
Yes.
No diddy. Peru
got
the meats,
and
bro.
their desserts were crazy too.
Yo,
Oh my god.
after going
bro.
to Peru,
and it's cheap as hell too.
Hey,
Yeah,
all right,
because-
but we're digressing. You guys are freaking
It was
talking
this
about food.
guy.
Nah, man. Freaking real quick here.
People want to know what are their standards for a spouse and if they're delusional.
Oh, yeah.
all
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but I'm just gonna say you can't rank something number one if you haven't tried the other comparisons.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
The majority of the tribe think Northern Kingdom food is tacos.
Like this guy right here. Put the camera on him.
And everything Mexican is a taco.
Yes, it is.
It's very
Look,
close to
look,
a taco.
Everything
Tortillas.
Mexican.
This is
is
gonna
a
start an
taco.
argument though.
Everything Mexican is a
Birria de
taco.
chivo
See, but
a
it's just prepared
huevo.
differently.
I'm still with you.
No,
boss.
no, we're
I'm
not
still with
doing
you.
who's
I'll
food
take
better,
it.
Sister
Sorry,
T.
I'll take it.
We're just talking
gotta do
about
this.
we're just talking about our preferences, right?
Right.
Asher, that's what I'm saying. Most of South America is Asher.
I think Peru's like
we
number 9.
we gonna hit Naphtali Lord's will this year, so we got to see what their food, how it's
like-
popping
right,
off.
right,
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's
Yeah.
still room in the list. That stuff might change around. That stuff might change around, right?
So you're not just saying stuff. You actually tried the food before you make
well,
a decision.
Remember, New York City. I've tried this
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I don't just throw out this stuff, right?
Exactly.
But everything Mexican cuisine, everything's a taco except a torta. And that's
and the
that-
soups.
And
that-
pozole.
Right. No, but listen.
And menudo.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So what's a taco?
Tortilla con
It
carne.
depends.
Okay.
It depends on who makes it.
What's a burrito?
A taco.
Tortilla con carne y frijoles.
A taco, but
What
with
is-
a
what
flour
is-
tortilla.
What is enchiladas?
Tortilla con
El
carne,
taco.
Yo, man, why
frijoles
you,
y
Right.
salsa.
Yo, why you gotta be deep like that?
What's a sope?
Tortilla con frijoles y queso adentro.
It makes sense,
What's-
but it's
what's-
still different
What's
somehow.
a taquito?
Tortilla enrollado con...
Everything is a taco that's Mexican cuisine.
That's why they get it right every time.
That's crazy.
Issachar's where it's at.
Look, I'm going to tell you this. Issachar is great street food. I'm going to tell you that. Issachar is great street
Bro,
food.
I've had some banging tacos.
Right.
I've had
It's
some
like a
bang-
street food.
Bro, I told you I went to the spot that's ranked top 30 in the
Oh,
country.
yeah.
I took
La
Cornelio,
Bamba.
right.
I do
So
wanna check that out.
it's
Yeah, I heard
good.
those were fire.
It's good. It's good. I got the quesabirria truck that's by me. That's fire too.
That's fire too.
But they're not top 5 for me. I just gotta say it.
Mm.
I just gotta say it. They're not top 5.
it's good street
Tostadas. What is a tostada?
Una tostada hecha como like that. Una tostada
It's a
friada.
It's a flat taco.
Friada con carne y
You heard,
frijoles.
you heard of open face sandwiches? A tostada is an open face taco.
Is that okay? Okay.
Yep.
Right. So everything's a taco, and I'm not knocking it.
Me neither.
When it's made well, it's delicious. It's
Right.
just not my top 5.
Dang.
It's just not my
Where
top
does
5.
Judah rank? Judah food rank in that?
Judah doesn't
Let's
have
not-
cuisine.
Thank
Let's-
you so much.
Let's
Hey,
not get-
I've heard
Bro,
many.
we're
I'm
gonna-
sorry. I've heard many Judites say they can cook any dish of every tribe. I don't believe it.
We're gonna
I don't
lose
believe it.
viewers.
Don't
Be
do
quiet.
that.
I don't
Don't
believe
do
it.
that.
I don't believe
We're
it.
not going
Well, how
there.
did-
again.
right,
We're not
yeah, I'm
going
I'm just
there,
saying, bro. It's
bro.
crazy.
Stop. You
We're not
missed the
going there
shows
again.
before because we're not going there.
We're trying to combine the two sticks.
Yeah, we're gonna lose
We're
viewers,
trying to-
bro.
Right, I'm
Ezekiel
sorry.
37.
I'm sorry, man.
We're gonna lose viewers,
Can
bro.
we get that real quick?
Yeah, let's get it.
read
Let's
that.
get it.
We gotta get
Let's
it.
get the spirit back in Asher here.
Right.
He trying to. Is it start at 16 about the stick? I know.
You got what you want? 22.
I want to get to the point. Take the stick
Verse
of Judah
22.
and the stick of right.
You got Ezekiel 37 verse 22.
Uh-huh.
And I will make them one nation
All right.
in the land upon the mountains of Israel. And one king shall be king to them
No,
all.
but start up where it talks about the stick.
Yes, sir.
19.
Is 18
17,
or 19?
17.
Okay, I thought
17.
It was 16. Go ahead.
And join them one to another into one stick. And they shall become one in thine hand.
No, I want.
Word?
I want. Is it 16 where he
16.
says
Yeah,
that's?
16.
I knew what I was
I
saying.
just, you know.
Don't
Verse-
listen to Asher. He's the one that's
Pay
dropping
attention.
grenades
Pay
in the
attention,
room.
He was bringing out
I'm
Ezekiel.
trying
Pay
to bring the
attention, bro.
unity
Stick to your
back
guns,
into
bro.
the show so we can move on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, stick to
Go
your
ahead.
guns.
Come on.
Verse 16.
Uh-huh.
Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah
That's right. For Judah. Come on.
and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim,
Ephraim. Come on.
and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
Now jump down to where you were in 22. Come on.
Verse 22, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel.
That's right. We one nation.
Yes.
You ever hear the outro song of the show?
Right.
They ain't
This
no
is for my
Israel
southern
without
kingdom.
right?
Viva la
Right. You need the
raza.
northern kingdom, right? Don't start, bro.
I think this just exploded into something it shouldn't have. So you got people over here talking about don't start with Judah and see Officer Asher got Judah
because
upset.
we have experience in this. Thank you.
To,
Pull that
to
up.
kick,
Put that up.
Malak, where are you?
Come back.
Right.
Put it up. Put it up.
Right. Listen, we about this.
Oh,
that's right.
We about this.
That's right.
All right.
George Hobbs?
Worldwide.
One nation.
That right.
One
Bro,
nation.
you
Under
done
God,
messed us up,
indivisible.
bro. Come on, man.
He trying to bring beef into the booth.
I am free.
We about that. We about
Praise
Amos 9
the
and 11.
Lord.
All right. Can we show the clip?
Let's show the clip.
I want to get into the fitness stuff.
Thank you.
We started on Issachar food. It just went.
Right.
It's freaking Tobias' fault.
We started on.
Dang.
Trying to keep it tribe neutral.
Right.
Jeez.
All tribes love Issachar
Listen,
food.
for all of you who's talking, for all of y'all talking, all praises. You know, I gotta run that shirt back. We had that on OR. People slept on it. I think I'm gonna revamp it. I've been saying I'm gonna do it. I've been wanting to do like a crew neck, do it like a crew neck sweater.
Right.
Now that the fall's about to come around the corner, right?
Dry fit?
Dry fit.
Yeah, dry fit it.
Yes,
fit.
please.
Yeah, you think dry fit it?
We live in
I'm gonna see what's
Arizona.
up.
This
Everything
is-
dry fit,
yeah.
and then we'll start next year. We'll start changing into the
Hey,
other.
I'm looking at a dry fit that feels like cotton, but it's 100% dry fit material.
The one you were talking about, you tried. It's me. Yeah.
So let's.
So it's like brushed polyester, so and if it's light like a dry fit, but it's comfortable like a cotton shirt. Yeah,
Interesting.
So we gonna see what's up. So some of y'all who swear you don't eat a lot, I'm gonna show you this clip. Come on.
Let's go.
Read it. Put it on the screen and read it.
That moment you realize 4 chips equals 1 tortilla, and you probably just ate like 23 tortillas.
Oh snap!
But I don't eat that much.
Right.
But I don't eat
Snap.
that much.
That thing cut me.
That's crazy.
You know you be smashing the chips.
Oh man.
Facts.
And 4 of those equals 1 tortilla.
And they come out free before the meal.
So
Damn.
So
I knew there was a plot to that.
So when you eat like 16 of those, you done eat four tortillas.
That's crazy.
You done ate like 4 tortillas.
Vitamina T. Vitamina tortilla.
Now they're talking about Officer Nehemiah's chips.
You keep eating Officer Nehemiah's chips. 4 of them chips is 1 tortilla.
Yo.
Oh, Officer Nehemiah.
Damn.
You're doing us a dissert.
You're messing up his business, man.
I know. All this health stuff. Right. Nehemiah's selling big bag food.
Dang. I didn't even think about that.
All this health stuff selling big bag food.
What the
He
hell?
gonna be like,
Does he
"Damn,
watch
mess-
the show?
Don't mess up my business.
Does he
dude.
Right.
Don't mess up my business. Right.
Lord have mercy.
Anyway, drop this. Let's go to the fitness ones. What was the? Let's start with the one with the fat ones. What did I put?
Oh,
Right.
The video of that chick saying it's Instagram.
Wait. So start with is it the Lane Norton one where he talks about it in seriousness first? Is that the one? Did I post his? Where he talks. Did I put that? Is that it? I don't know if that's it.
It says saving money.
There's one where he talks about no, that's not it. Maybe I didn't send it to you, but that inspired it. But
What is it called?
you have all this fat positivity stuff, right? It's all right. We go to the one where she talks about they're dead. I think that's the one to the right, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
One more right.
And then we'll read the article. Nope, that's it.
One
number
more right.
6. Number 6.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Number 6. Get it ready. All right.
You wanted to look for the other one? The Lane Norton?
I don't know if I had it or if I sent it.
Did
Or
he
if I
put it on the fitness?
I might have. I might not have.
What does it say?
He kind of talks more, more scientifically about it as he does. But it's all right. We'll get the point across with this. Everybody
looks
talking about this. Listen, you're judging me, my weight, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There is no measure of being fat that's healthy.
Right.
Everybody talking about, and it's like your eyes set on the wrong thing too, right? Oh, I blame the sugar. No, blame the fat
Teach.
that's pressing on your organs, that's clogging your arteries.
That's weighing you
right?
down.
That's weighing you down, literally, right? That's weighing you down, literally, right? It's not cool. It's not cool. It's by the grace of God, if you've been chronically obese, that you're still kicking.
That's right.
It's only a matter of time before all that stuff's going to give out, right? And listen, you could be perfectly healthy and still get a heart attack. That's fine. The Lord knows the number of days. But look at what she's going to talk about, because they pushing this thing that is fat shaming when you say this stuff. It don't even make no sense, right? Go ahead.
Just because I'm fat, that doesn't invalidate the things that I say.
She died.
You ready to get supersized?
She died too.
That's not funny.
Today I got the big fruit. No, you gotta listen. Go back, go back.
Go on, is it gonna be that type of show, Asher?
Oh, so Tobias started. I mean, he looked at me and he done started something.
Stop you know, the sedentary lifestyle has something to do with it. It's true. We used to move more. Everything now is geared towards desk and computers and sitting down. It's not as much manual labor.
Right.
But we eating too damn much.
Yeah.
And it don't matter what you're eating, because you can overeat. It's harder to overeat good food, but you're eating too damn much.
This is true.
Some of y'all out there eating salads,
dressing,
but your dressing is overdoing it. I've showed this before that everybody loves salad and going, they're good. But if you use their dressing and some of their they have some good low-calorie salad options.
Right.
But some of them are 900 calories. Do you know a double cheeseburger, small fries, and if you get a sugar-filled soda is like 500, let me say 700. It's like less calories than some of them salads.
That's crazy.
But because it's a salad, somehow it's
nutritious.
Yeah, there's more vitamins and minerals in it, but defeats the purpose of what you're trying to accomplish. Right? So go ahead, play this.
Just because I'm fat, that doesn't invalidate the things that I say.
She died.
You ready to get supersized?
She died too.
Today I got the big Fruit Loop.
He's dead.
Join me on my Fat Positive radio show,
which didn't last long because she died.
Damn, bro. Get the article.
Damn. Today I got the big Fruit Loop. Yo, let's read.
These 4 social media influencers were swept up by a movement that claims obesity is perfectly healthy. The tragic truth is they have all died under the age of 45.
Right. Obesity is not perfectly healthy. Go ahead, come on.
The final videos posted to Brittany Sowers' TikTok page make for upsetting viewing. Speaking tearfully to the camera, the 31-stone social media star, who often posted defiantly body-positive content about how hot she felt in certain outfits, admitted with shocking candor that she had ruined her life with food and binge eating.
Damn.
And it had left her, aged just 28, full of regrets. Brittany had been a virtual prisoner in her own home for 2 years, dealing with type 2 diabetes and repeated bouts of the skin infection cellulitis, which had caused a growth in her pelvis, weighing more than 2 stone. She had...
Already?
Oh, damn. Can you let him finish the sentence?
I'm
finish
sorry.
that sentence and then we'll get Benson.
Yes, sir.
It's freaking Jeopardy, bro.
Right.
Finish. He all excited back there pushing buttons. Go ahead.
She had even been forced to ask someone else to cut her toenails as it left her too breathless.
Good Lord, help us, Jesus.
All you have to do is cut your toenails to get a workout.
That cutting your toenails makes you breathless now?
Right.
Damn.
What in the world? You know, and look, I ain't going to get too deep into the depths. We're just giving a little health stuff here. We're going to hit little health stuff lightly, all right? And then we jump into the main topic. But that's some serious stuff, bro. And I know that people who are really obese, right? You got to stop and take an honest assessment, like where your lust is, what your desire is, right?
Right.
Like, you know the things that you struggle with that become difficult for you, right? Walking up one flight of stairs, you know what I'm saying? Damn, bending over to cut your toenails becomes difficult.
That's crazy.
Bro, real talk. Depending on how fat you are, for some of them, it might be hard to even wipe their behind.
This is true.
And I'm not even trying to be funny at this point.
No.
It's like serious stuff.
She died at 28 years old.
Very young.
There's
Very young.
That's
Wow.
young,
Hey, go ahead, Benson. What did you have to say?
So we looked it up. 31 stones is 431 pounds. 34 pounds.
No, it was 2 stone. She said it was.
No, at the top when it said 31.
Where does
She
it go?
weighed
Oh, yeah,
31
that's right.
stones.
She weighed
31
31.
stones.
So she was
Social media
434 pounds, and then the 2 stones is 28 pounds.
Turn up your mic or turn up the gain.
So the growth on her pelvis was 28 pounds.
Was 28 pounds, right?
Wow.
Where they get these stones at? Like, are they trying to like just sugarcoat it or?
It's not. It almost reduced.
No, that's a British thing. Stone.
Oh, okay.
That's a British measurement.
Weight of measure. Okay.
Yeah, that's a Brit thing. All right.
That's crazy.
Go ahead, keep reading.
Yet she hoped desperately that it wasn't too late to save herself. I'm scared I'm going to end up in a bad place that my body can't recover from, she said to her 500,000 TikTok followers. I want you to know it's not worth it. Food isn't worth your life.
Damn. Oh, that's the big Fruit Loop guy. They got
Yes.
the big Fruit Loop.
Right there, stop.
TikTok star Waffler 69 died of a presumed heart attack, according to his brother, aged just 33 in January. Real name, Taylor Lejeune. He did not flaunt his weight, but amassed 1.9 million followers by posting videos reviewing bizarre food, including reindeer meat and tinned ham from the 1960s. His last video, posted the day before he died, showed him eating a giant Fruit Loop in milk.
Damn, so that giant Fruit Loop was the last video he did, and then the next day, bah. Wow. Damn.
Go ahead, come on.
Go down.
A well-known activist, professor of fat studies, Dr. Kat Paws, who questioned the links between weight and health, lost her life aged 42. Based at Massey University in New Zealand, she also presented a fat-positive radio show.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Go down.
Keep going.
That's that great war of ignorance.
Come on.
Within a week of posting the film last December, Britney was dead. Her death turns a spotlight on the controversial body positivity and fat acceptance movements that have seduced Britney and millions of vulnerable young people like her. The past decade has seen extraordinary momentum building around a central argument that being obese doesn't have to mean unhealthy.
It always means unhealthy.
Right.
Go ahead.
In other words, you can be fat and fit. Branded health at every size or haste, the philosophy has, at its heart, laudable goals. It aims to counter the multi-billion-dollar diet industry, which has a poor record when it comes to long-term sustainable weight loss. Act as an antidote to the stigma encountered by people struggling with their weight. The idea is that, rather than shame overweight people and force them to diet, they should be encouraged to embrace their bodies, find exercises they enjoy, and eat more nutritionally. But some say those philosophies have been taken to extremes, particularly on social media, by celebrating morbid obesity while ignoring its serious health dangers. The U.S. edition of Cosmopolitan magazine was criticized for running covers featuring plus-size women in yoga poses under the headline, "This is healthy," as a part of a drive to challenge beauty stereotypes. It has also featured U.S. plus-size model Tess Holliday, who, at 5'3" and 300 pounds, has a BMI of 53, more than double the healthy range, a decision condemned as dangerous and misguided. Self-styled fat activists, meanwhile, not only promote larger bodies as healthy, but reject decades of science, which prove the dangers of excess body fat, encouraging devotees to ignore doctors who recommend they lose weight.
Damn. Keep going. Oh.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
The final visit.
So that was her. That was the Britney Sour. That's the one that was what you said? How much was
5
30
foot
stone?
3. Oh, that's
31
28
stone.
pounds on the stone on her pelvis.
So you had a 28-pound stone in her pelvis, and how much was 31 stone?
434.
434 pounds. Wow.
That's crazy.
Go ahead, read.
The final videos posted
No, don't read that.
Okay.
Keep reading the article.
Some dietitians backing the belief even oppose weight loss jabs such as Wegovy, also known as Ozempic, and bariatric surgery because they continue to encourage weight loss as an important part of health. One organization, Haas UK, described weight loss surgery as mutilating body parts and not compatible with loving your body as it is.
Except nobody was born obese.
Right.
Damn.
So it's not loving your body as it is. Nobody was born
Complete
obese.
opposite.
You remember how you looked in your high school picture or your element, because some people have been fat since high school. So right. But whatever your last picture where you looked slim or whatever, you remember what that's like.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just all the excuses that we speak about instead of trying to face them down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can I read something for you?
Go ahead. What you got? I'm holding one too.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 29.
Go ahead.
Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions.
Right. That takes a new twist on that many inventions, right?
Right.
Because chiefly that goes into the sinful behavior. But that's an uncontrolled lust that you have, right? And I know that there might be other factors that make it harder for you, but it didn't start that way, right? You get into this syndrome that comes with obesity of being more sick, more prevalent to these diseases because of the obesity.
Right.
You've dysregulated yourself. Your hormones are out of whack. So I'm not going to say it does make it a little more difficult, right? Because you're not satiated, right? You eat something and you just got all these cravings and everything out of whack. But you got to start to build some discipline to put you in a frame of mind where you can start to regulate that, you know? I mean, like what? Your life is on the line in a lot of cases.
Yeah, 28 years old, dead.
Right, 28 years old, man. That's
wild.
insane.
She realized the food wasn't worth her life.
No.
When it was too late.
When it was too late.
Right.
She had 11.1 million followers.
Damn. Wow, and they was all supporting her and cheering her on with that stuff.
Following her example.
At first, it was, and then I was just looking at her last video, the ones where she was saying it's too late, no turning back, or it's too late now. People were telling her, no, it's not too late, you can do this, things of that nature, but...
Right. What were you going to say?
Deacon, I have one as well. Were you in Sirach as well? I saw you grabbed your apocrypha.
What
I don't want to steal your precept. Sirach 31 and verse 22.
Go ahead, you could bring it. I was going to read up above it to talk about some basic habits that people would apply. If they would apply this stuff in the scriptures, then they wouldn't have to
I
worry
would
about
save
those type
them,
of
right?
things, right? But go ahead, come on.
This is just to sum it up. Watch this. Go ahead.
The book of Sirach, chapter 31 and verse 22. My son, hear me.
Because when you look at the context, what Deacon's about to get into, it's going into foods, how much to eat, what to eat. Go ahead.
Hear me. And at the last thou shalt find as I told thee.
Right, watch this.
In all thy words.
In all thy works, go ahead.
Be quick.
You got to be quick to apply the things that he just mentioned above in the verses. Go ahead.
So shall there no sickness
come
unto come unto thee.
Come unto thee.
They tell you obesity. So, you know, you got all these people talking about like, oh, well, you know, this is unhealthy for you or that's unhealthy. Your BMI is way above measure, right? And I have some issues with BMI because it doesn't fully account for people. Like I tend to have a higher BMI, even though my body fat is on the lower end.
Right.
But it's because of muscle mass. So,
right.
BMI just as a number doesn't account for that, right? Body fat percentage then plays a role in understanding that as well. You know, they some of this is generalized, but we do know that when you're in that upper BMI range, you tend to have a syndrome of things that happen to you as far as sickness, right? And the fact that you mentioned that and you put that here about the sickness, that really puts you in a frame of mind to say, damn, like, why is this so much more important to me than me being healthy, me living? You know, a lot of times we bring get that where it says the body is your temple. We use that for when people want to talk about smoking weed and doing drugs, but then we think about the abuse that we have with it. But here's my thing. People are so concerned. You can be with a BMI of 35, 40, and you're more concerned with the type of water you're drinking than putting yourself in a disciplined phase of a calorie deficit to lose weight. You're more concerned about making sure you get organic. And, you know, that was the one with the Lane Norton, and he was saying, and listen to me good, because Israel likes to have selective hearing. I'm going to see the comments blow up because I'm going to trigger somebody that's in love with organic.
Trigger them.
As far as nutrition, I'm talking about just purely nutritious.
Right.
Organic food is not more nutritious. So if you get an organic apple and a non-organic apple, it's not more nutritious. Organic simply means they don't use certain pesticides, because there's organic pesticides that they can use in organic food.
Right.
It does not mean pesticide free all the time when something says organic. And you're more concerned about the small things than the overarching thing that you need to do urgently to address your sickness.
Priorities are off.
Yeah, your priorities are off in how you move with that. You're more concerned about your alkaline water. Do you know that dropping 20 pounds will do more for your health than drinking alkalized water? Damn. Dropping 20 pounds will do more for you than. And here's what happens. They put that you don't realize that somebody is always trying to sell you something. The organic farmers want to speak against the other farm. We live in a place of mass agriculture,
chicken versus meat,
mass food.
all kinds
At
of stuff.
the end of the day, what you're forgetting, because it meets your bias, is that they're all trying to make a buck.
Yes.
And they'll say whatever they want to say. And I'm not saying don't make more nutritious choices.
Right.
If you're making a lifestyle choice because you want to make a lifestyle choice, I'm not going to knock you on it. But many of you that are insistent on organic, don't buy organic because you don't want pesticides. You think organic means more nutritious.
Right.
And that's not true. How much organic
goodness.
stuff is highly processed?
Per.
Just like vegans have all this fake meat that's more processed and has like 50 different ingredients, right? By the same coin, when you buy something that, like you buy organic crackers, still crackers. It's not the raw form of meal. You didn't make it yourself.
That's the new buzzword.
Right. It's still processed, right? Right. Look at that. You're diabetes free just from losing weight. Damn. Woo. You're more concerned. Right. So if you're making a choice to not buy certain produce and certain things because you want it to be organic because you want to be exposed to less certain types of chemicals, then that is understandable as to why you would do that. Okay, I just don't want to expose myself to so much chemicals. But it's not more nutritious. And most, I think, of our people think organic means more nutritious.
Right.
And you think just because your cookies, there's organic cookies. There's an organic
Yeah,
version of
organic
Oreos.
everything. Yeah.
But if you eat a whole line of Oreos, right?
You still get fat.
Right.
Bruh.
And then is the sugar any better because it's organic? For those of you that demonize sugar,
Right.
even though your body turns all carbohydrates into sugar, right?
Damn.
Whereas you should have been practicing things like this. Stay in Sirach 31 and let's get 16.
The book of Sirach, chapter 31, verse 16.
Wow. See, hey, LN, I appreciate you being bold enough to step in the comments and admit that. I thought organic means more nutritious.
Give her a hand
It does not. It does not, right?
That's crazy.
Right. They charge more because they yield less because it's a different process. So those farmers are going to push organic stuff, right? And you see all these it's gotten out of hand. You go to the store, some of these labels verified by this, certified by this, certified by that, certified. The whole damn thing is full of freaking, like when you see people's bumper stickers and they got a bunch of stickers.
Yeah.
It's like that, some of these foods, right? I buy what I like. I got caught up in the whole organic thing. And look, they have like a clean, the Dirty Dozen and a clean 12, and they tell you things that are have heavy pesticides or whatever. But overall, that's a whole nother conversation, the toxicities in the dose. You have to just realize that organic's not more nutritious, right? I'll give you another example. Everybody's up in arms about water. I've said this before.
Oh, from the Sedona Mountains.
Damn, I still drink great.
What a first world problem.
Yes.
Think about the water in some of these other countries.
You cannot drink the.
No,
You can't even drink
Bro,
the water
in India.
in some of the countries where our people are.
In India, all the citizens, all the people that live in India, they don't drink the water from the tap. They will buy a water bottle. They be like, water bottle? Let me get that. They don't say, oh, is it BPA free, organic, USDA approved? No, I can't drink that. No, they say, is it in a water bottle? Let me get it, because I can't drink the one from the tap.
Very true.
The Philippines, India.
Talk about a first world
Africa.
problem. And then think about all the brand names of all this different water that you're insisting on buying.
God damn.
And I'm talking about if you're doing a complete holistic approach and you're moving in, but it's like I feel like our people are putting the weight on the things that won't really move the dial for you.
Walking over dollars to pick up dimes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Walking over dollars to pick up dimes, right? Walking over $100 bills to pick up nickels, even, right? And you're so focused. But what a first world problem that the water you drink, it's clean, it's clear, right? If it tastes all right, drink it. If the rest of your diet and your other health factors are not in check, that water ain't gonna heal you. Right? Same thing with the organic, whatever you decide to buy organic. If the rest of the stuff is not in check, that stuff's not gonna do anything for you. Now, if you're moving in the right direction, you're practicing some of the stuff we're gonna read right here, right? And I'm not gonna go over some of the same ones that we've read on other shows, but I'm gonna bring this one out right now, and then we're gonna move into the other side of our topic. All right? Okay, let's get Sirach 31 and 16. But all these people dead.
Dead.
Before
They
what was
did.
it year?
He got the big fruit loop.
Good. that was
thing
hilarious.
was huge.
Go ahead.
The book of Sirach, chapter 31 and verse 16. Eat as it becometh a man, those things which are set before thee.
Right. Eat as it becometh a man. Now, a lot of times you're thinking that just means the male here, right? It's talking about we're not meant to consume in excess, right? If you think about the way the Most High made us and how the body works, right? And when you eat excess, you store it. And then you store it as fat. And to a point, right? Because you can be too lean, and that's problematic as well. It affects your hormones and other things. Women who get too lean, it affects their menstrual cycle negatively, right? Men who get too lean and try to maintain too much leanness will have issues with their hormone fluctuations as well, right? So, you know, you can be lean for a season unless you're predisposed to being super lean, right? Like you have certain individuals that are just naturally very lean, right? They're few. Most people are not naturally that lean. I'll give you the example of pro athletes. What happens to them 10 years after they're retired?
Blow up.
And some of them were ripped, brolic,
Right.
and they fat, right? You know who was naturally slim that I don't think he gained a lot of weight? I haven't seen him doing too much as far as announcing. You remember Chris Bosh?
Oh, yeah.
He was with the Raptors and then the Heat, right?
Yeah.
He was a naturally slim guy. Is there a newer picture of him, like kind of present? He's someone that you could tell was a naturally slim guy, right?
Right there.
Yeah, Chris Bosh. Do they have like a picture of him now?
2024. Put 2024.
Right? Or you could even do Marcus Camby, naturally slim guy, right?
That first one. Oh, that's that second one. That's good.
Right. Okay, that's good. Because that's like that looks like a recent picture. Naturally slim guy, right? A lot of these athletes, you'll see that they blow up when they retire. LeBron, unless he stays doing that stuff, he has a build that he's gonna gain weight.
Right.
He's gonna gain weight. You're gonna see
He's
it,
got
right?
that build, yep.
They just get a certain way. Sugar Ray got fat too. I didn't know that Sugar Ray got fat. Damn.
A boxer?
Sugar Ray Leonard. Yeah, he said Sugar Ray. Or you say he was naturally slim, Sugar Ray. Judah. Was he naturally slim?
He's still slim.
I don't know what the comment was. I know there's a delay in the comment. Oh, he still looks in decent. Damn. And he look young too. Sugar Ray was nasty too. Damn.
Judah.
Right.
You do look it.
Right. Yeah, look at
The first one. The first one. The first one's better.
Still in good shape. Still in good shape.
Not too bad.
Right.
Damn.
So
you gotta let it load.
Right. Thank you. So that's what I was thinking you were saying. I haven't
Go back.
seen him lately. So now that I see it, exactly. So my point is, you have this misperception, right, about this stuff. But to eat like a man, our body, think of the way the Most High made the body, right? You store food, you process, you break, everything you break down as far as what you eat. Your body wants glucose, which is sugar, right? So even if you're eating organic, whole wheat, grain, I don't know, let's say you do bulgur wheat, because some people are going to be like, oh, well, I don't do breads, even if it's organic. All right, you don't want to eat the bread. When your body eats it, the Most High made it, that it runs on what? Can you look up what glucose is? Because I think people, and I want to say sugar, because people, you're just repeating such lambs, such lemmings. We just repeat what the industry tells us without looking at it for ourselves, right? I want the one that basically says it's sugar.
Just go Google. What is glucose?
What is glucose?
Source of metabolic.
Yeah.
Because it's going to basically show you that that's a sugar.
Go to Google
It's
and
a
then
sugar
just
molecule.
You go to people ask what is simple words. What is glucose in simple words? Right there.
Okay. That's perfect.
Yep.
Okay, for you sugar
Sugar, sugar, sugar.
And then that other slide is good because I do want to read the other slide you had before because it says it's the main source of fuel. Read what is glucose in simple words.
What is glucose in simple words? Glucose is the main type of sugar in the blood.
Wait a second, but sugar's bad for you.
Oh my God, no.
Read that again.
Glucose is the main type of sugar in the blood and is the major source of energy for the body cells.
Right. Keep reading.
Glucose comes from the foods we eat, or the body can make it from other substances. Glucose is carried to the cells through the bloodstream.
Okay, stop. Now, get the slide. Read that part.
Glucose is the main source of metabolic energy in living things, as it serves as the main substitute in substrate in glycolysis.
Glycolysis is how your body converts it into useful energy,
Right.
and it carries it to all your cells that you need to live.
So kind of like photosynthesis inside
your body runs on sugar.
Yes.
Right.
Every carb you eat,
He
sugar.
said, see, my brother.
No, I'm saying you got plants, right? And
Right.
see, from the sun,
Hey,
they turn the
so,
energy.
So NNS Royals, why? You said dirty dozen and clean 15. I know what you're talking about. Most fruit and veggies that you don't have to peel are best organic. Why? I'm going to wait.
Yeah, let's wait. And while we
I'ma
wait.
While we wait. So look, you got plants, right? And when a plant takes sunlight, they take the energy.
That's basic science.
Science,
My
right?
daughter learned that in 6th grade last year.
Photosynthesis. So
Right.
glycolysis. Did I say it right?
Glycolysis.
You was close.
Glycolysis.
La, 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 la.
That's the same thing we're doing, but it's just with the food being turned from.
Yes.
Yeah. See.
What
I
about?
was about to ask you for that breakdown.
You're not wrong, NNS Royals, but I want to know. I want to know if you have the right why.
Hey, but and everybody just we're waiting.
Right, we're waiting.
We're waiting.
We're
so
waiting.
Don't clog up the chat. We want Ennis and Royals.
You said most fruit and veggies that you don't have to peel are best organic, but why?
Do we got the what's that?
But
The
why?
Jeopardy theme music.
And that's if you put value on that, and that's if you put value
got it right
on
here.
the right why. Now listen, your body takes any type of grain. There you go, Mom. There you go. Yep. There you go. Your NNS Royals is a brother, right? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
There you go, my brother.
Northern and Southern Kingdom, maybe.
Right, Northern
Royals?
Southern Kingdom
Royals.
Royals.
I
Right.
think so.
Sounds like a baseball team. Be
And,
cool.
and if that's important to you,
Right.
then fine. But guess what? If some people are so beholden to that they won't eat the fruit at all if they can't get it organic, or they won't eat the vegetable at all if they can't get it organic.
Right.
And that creates a problem. Is that the video where he says it?
Hey,
Is
Ennis
this the
and
video
Royals.
where
Did
he
you
said
have
it?
to Google that?
I don't know if this is the one with Lane Norton that he
Did
says.
you have
that.
to
That's
Google that?
not the one.
Okay.
That's not the one.
But listen, your body, whatever you eat. So when you say, "Oh, I don't do any bread or I don't do any white carbs,"
Right.
at the end of the day, your body turns it into the same thing,
Yep, sugar.
glucose.
Glucose.
Right? It turns it into glucose.
Which turns into glycolysis.
Right. Right.
For
With
energy.
glycolysis. Right. Which is the
But I thought
That's
it
the
was.
process of turning it into.
I
the
thought it
process
was.
of the
But
energy
Deacon,
stuff.
I thought it was ketosis. Deacon.
right. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. This
Yeah,
goes
that's
back to the
another-
more nutritious, less nutritious.
Right.
Now, if you're eating straight sugar and your body doesn't have to do as much to break it down, it exits your system quicker, you utilize it faster, and now you're hungry sooner.
Right. And
There
you're
is
tired,
a
right?
difference.
Would you be tired because less energy?
And the insulin spikes.
They talk about the insulin spikes,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but somebody who's well nourished,
De Leon.
like we're reading here, it your body's not as sensitive to that stuff. People who are obese kind of suffer from that more profoundly, or even if you're not obese, because you could be not obese and have diabetes.
Right.
Your system doesn't work the way it should to process it. You have a resistance because insulin shuttles the sugar to the cells,
Right.
the cells, and you have a resistance to that insulin, right? So, so type 1 diabetes, you don't produce it. Your pancreas doesn't work the right way, so you don't because that's where the insulin comes from. Type 2 diabetes, that you have a resistance to it, so the sugar stays in your blood, and
That
it
makes
doesn't get to the
sense.
cells. The
Right.
glycolysis isn't working correctly.
Okay.
Right. Sometimes they theorize that when you're obese, the
that first
fat
one, the
is
difference
messing up the
between
receptors.
Type 1 and type 2.
So once you burn that fat off, because the fat doesn't just store like in your skin,
Man.
it's in your bloodstream. That's
Yeah.
triglycerides.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's how damaging it can be.
But hold on. So is it good to get sugar from fruit so it's more natural? Okay. So I'm not gonna do this too long. But I'll answer the question. I was just trying to make dropping some points. Sugar is natural, right? It's just it comes from a plant. It's plant based and it's natural.
Right.
What's good about fruits is that there's fiber in fruits, mainly from the peel.
Fibrous carb.
Mainly from the peel, right? Because fruits are a lot of water, but mainly from the peel, right? Of most of these things, even without the peel, fruits that you have to peel do have some fiber in them as well, and fiber slows down the process,
right? And
it'll keep you full longer, and plus fiber is good for your gut bacteria, right? And they like it when it comes in the form with the sugars and everything else. So it's not so much about it being more natural. It's just fruits have a lot of good vitamins, minerals,
more nutritious,
different phytonutrients, right? So, the main issue with the sugar is that all it has is pure glucose. When I was running triathlons, that's what we would have, right? They make all these sport drinks, but people who aren't into all that, they would just drink sugar sticks. You take little pixie sticks as you're running a marathon.
Pixie sticks are fire. You remember the big
Bro,
ones?
If you're running a marathon, anything that you're doing good distance,
right.
Keep some pixie sticks with you. Throw them back. Drink some water. You're gonna notice your performance improve.
I didn't know that. I appreciate it.
Right.
I didn't know that.
So what I used to do is they sell these little goos and gels and things like that.
Right.
I wouldn't do that because they were more expensive.
Right.
I would get Fig Newtons, right? Something high in sugar content, right? And I would get not pixie sticks, but there was sugar. You could do straight sugar to get that stuff, right? So there's a lot of different things, and that's more for performance because why? My body wouldn't take long to digest it.
Right.
It would get it to my cells, and I could use it for fuel right away. I don't know if you've ever looked into ultra marathon runners.
Yeah,
those guys are and gals. They're intense.
Yeah.
I read a book about this one guy, really well written about how he went into it. Makes you want to do that stuff, but he's insane. But to run these 100, 200-mile races. He would have trucks that would come up beside him, and they would bring him food. Damn. So while he was running, he would eat. So he would talk about how they would bring him whole pizza pies. He would roll them like a burrito and eat them as he ran.
Pizza pies?
That is wild.
What?
Yeah.
During them?
Yeah, because little pixie sticks ain't gonna do it when you're
talking about
running.
Hot Pocket. You're talking about a Hot Pocket pizza pie.
He would take a pie.
Oh, an actual
and
pizza.
Roll it.
Yeah.
Not slice. So
Right.
order
What's the name
order
of this
pie.
guy?
I forgot his name. Look for the ultra marathon man. And you'll see about him.
Isn't that what David Goggins do?
Yeah, but he's extreme, isn't he?
Yes, I think organic is more of a generational thing because that wasn't a big thing back when we were growing up.
Is
right?
it
him?
Dean?
Yeah,
Carnazes?
Yeah, that's him. When I used to do triathlons, I read his book on a recommendation, and pretty intense, like the extreme races he would do. And he would talk about that stuff and how he would do that stuff. But anyway, the point is, you got to think of it as fuel, and you got to think of it for what your goals are and what you want. We got to stop throwing words around with all this stuff. Let's go back. Let's read this verse so that we can move on to the next part.
The book of Sirach, chapter 31 and verse 16. Eat as it becometh a man.
Oh, okay. Is your dear? All right, sis. Northern and Southern Kingdom Royals. Okay, sis. Read 31:16.
Eat as it becometh a man. Those things which are set before thee.
Right. So meaning the way he made nutrition for us, right? It's not just talking about, a manly man don't eat this stuff, right? It's talking about us being men, not animals. We're not a pig. We're not a cow, right? Gorillas are brolic, and for the most part, all they eat is leaves all day.
Right.
But their bodies made that way to process it different, right? Bulls eat grass all day and nothing else, and a bull is yoked, right? There's a lot that goes into that. They don't have any myostatin limitations, right? Like there's not a limit in their system to how much muscle they can put on.
Damn.
The Most High made them in such a way that they can put on all that muscle, eating that way and doing different things like that. Damn, that sounds different.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So,
I got you.
Mine went up too.
Yeah, and turn mine down.
no, don't do your morning run and grab a pizza. That's for ultra marathon people. you being funny, sis. Right? But it says, eat like a man that's set before thee. What this really goes into goes back to the dietary law. It goes back to a little sufficient for a man well nurtured, right? Meaning you eat as you need, right? Eat enough for what you need. Go ahead, come on.
Verse, and devour not, lest thou be hated.
That's talking about people who are insatiable.
Right.
Right? Don't devour. This is like another way to talk about the other verse where it talks about a little is sufficient for a man well nurtured,
Complete
right?
opposite, yep.
Right. We have become too obsessed with the names, too obsessed with alkalinity, too obsessed with the things that don't matter. And I'm not saying that those things don't provide some value, but that's small compared to the consumption. Because everything you read in the scripture, what's it talk about? Moderation, a little. And a little subjective, so you got to think as what pertains to a man. A little for, let's say, Abiel, right? He's like 6'5", 2 something, is very different than the little that's for me, 5'4", 165.
Right.
A little for me is going to be different than the little for him, right?
Makes sense.
So it really depends. And then there's the factors, okay, of what conditions you might have that prevent you from eating certain ways. I think a brother just posted that he has a condition that makes it hard for him to break down sugars, right? So there's different things that go into that stuff, right? Go ahead, come on.
Verse 17, leave off first for manner's sake, and be not unsatiable, lest thou offend.
Right, so to understand verse 17, we got to read verse 18. Come on.
Verse 18, when thou sittest among many, reach not thine hand out first of all.
Right, so leave off first for manner's sake mean also don't be, right, it's talking about etiquette. Be the first one to put your hand out.
My germs.
When something comes out, right? And don't be unsatiable. Because why? That shows that you're unsatiable. You know, like when you're hungry and the chips and the salsa come out?
Yep.
And you digging your hands into it?
Because
See,
they're free.
and that's why I like the little order stuff that we have, right? As far as when we're sitting in a setting where we have that rank.
Right.
A lot of times when we go out to eat, we're in a big group on these trips,
Always
right? And everybody, it almost forces some brothers to wait because they're like, okay, no, the senior most guy gets to,
eat first,
right? Or order first and eat first and put their hand forth first. And then everybody else kind of waits. And what you don't realize is, especially if your senior most guy's not a glutton, it kind of slows things down in that regard as to how the flow of the food and stuff happens, right?
Good point.
So when it says leave off first for manner's sake, it's saying it's polite. And it shows that you're not unsatiable because the only reason you would not be that way from an etiquette perspective is because
you're insatiable.
Right.
Yeah.
Or so let's say you're not. It's not tortilla chips, but they bring out bread, right? They bring out the warm bread and everybody goes nuts and they want to start smashing
Texas
the bread.
Roadhouse, they got the. Let me stop.
The rolls, right? And they bring that stuff out for you, right? So you got to be able to understand that stuff, right? So leading up to the verse in 19. It's all this other stuff. This all goes together. A lot of times we just jump to verse 19, and then we'll read 22 again when we jump to it. But go ahead, come on.
Verse 19, a very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured, and he fetcheth not his wind short upon his bed.
Right, you're not going to have trouble cutting your toenails like the obese person that we went right there. Right, with the cinnamon butter. Oh, Hadassah liked that thing. She knew right away. You said
that thing hit.
Right, with the cinnamon butter. Okay. Oh, snap. Hey, real quick, I know you're typing to Miles Williams in there. If you heard it from someone else, the scripture says a matter's established in front of 2 or 3 witnesses. There's no need to repeat it if there's no testimony behind that. And this chat here is not the forum to do it. So if you're a brother that congregates with us and Jahiza is a brother that congregates with us and that thing needs to be addressed and it's a sinful matter, you can bring it up, but you better have your 2 or 3 witnesses and not some hearsay.
Yeah.
All right?
And let us handle it on the chat.
Right.
Don't intervene.
Yeah, you guys don't need to intervene for that. All right. We'll catch it and we'll deal with it. All right. Okay. All right. Keep eating. Keep reading.
Where my pizza at? I just want to roll it up.
You hungry?
Eating.
Verse 20. And sound sleep cometh of moderate eating.
Right. So, the whole thing of not eating late got nothing to do with losing weight.
Right.
Your stomach doesn't know what time it is.
Right.
Only your brain does.
Right.
Your body's going to digest no matter what. It's not going to say, it's after 10. Stop working. Keep the food in there. Don't work that way. That's not how God made man. Right?
Right.
The stuff just works. Right? You have a, the nervous system. You have there's the autonomous. Damn, I forgot how it is. Somebody say something while I look at it.
Read verse 15 real quick. Read verse 15 real quick.
Verse 15. Judge of thy neighbor by thyself, and be discreet in every point.
It's heavy because every point. And as you read down, this literally just touched on every point. Deacon went into how we always jump to verse 19. But all verse 16, 17, 18, this is every point in which we can be discreet, show discretion.
Right.
That's a heavy thing.
Hey, verse 24.
Verse 24. But against him that is a niggard of his meat.
So that man or woman that is a niggard or stingy or covetous of his meat, his food, as we saw in the articles, go ahead.
The whole city.
The whole what?
The whole city.
As you see, we looking at the doggone article, and the whole city or the whole world, America, go ahead.
Shall murmur.
Shall murmur. Now we talking about the situation, go ahead.
And the testimony.
And this is the testimony, what we read in the articles, go ahead.
Of his niggardness.
Of his stinginess, because he don't know how to contain or retain food properly, or not retain, but you know what I mean.
Right.
He's unsatiable, go ahead.
Shall not be doubted of.
Bro, there was no doubt that all the stuff that we read about in this article was because of his niggardness or her niggardness.
Okay, I got the term. It's autonomic nervous system, and you have the somatic nervous system. Somatic is stuff you do consciously, right? So I want to flex my bicep. I think about it. I do it, right? Do you have to think about it to digest?
No.
Not at all.
Autonomic, right? Meaning it happens autonomously.
That's heavy.
It's programmed in us by the Lord, the way he made man, to do that stuff. Your stomach doesn't know what time it is. It's not going to stop and say, I don't want to digest this, I don't want to digest that. It's going to push through and do what it got to do without you thinking about it. Your heart beating, you don't have to think about it. It just does it. Right?
Autonomous.
Blinking, you can do it somatically and autonomously, right? Without you thinking about it. Right? Exactly. So digestion is one of those things. I don't know what time it is, but it can disrupt you having a full stomach. I've eaten close to bedtime, and I notice I've gotten older, and now especially with my Whoop, that gives me data that my sleep is not what I think it is. If I have too large of a meal, too close to bedtime, like I need at least 3 or 4 hours before bed, my whole stress levels and everything. Why? Because your body is digesting. Your body, it starts working to digest all that stuff. And you're burning calories while you digest. Not a great deal, and that's already factored into your calorie counts for anybody who's slick.
And also when
they
you have
measure
alcohol.
the calorie of a food, it's already equated as to
Right.
Because that's what the
you
calorie
lose when you
is.
digest. Right.
So what you lose when you digest it. So it's not talking about, because you have people, well, don't eat late and you'll lose weight. It has nothing to do with that. It says if you want sound sleep, and I've done it where I haven't, and my sleep is disruptive, right? It's not as good. Go ahead, come on.
Sound sleep cometh of moderate eating. He riseth early, and his wits are with him. But the pain of watching and choler and pangs of the belly are with an unsatiable man.
Right. Don't be unsatiable, meaning that you cannot be satisfied. Eat what you need. Eat what you need and not more, right? And not more. Jump to verse 22.
Verse 22, my son, hear me and despise me not. And at the last thou shalt find as I told thee. In all thy works be quick, so shall there no sickness come unto thee.
Right, because of that stuff comes all types of sickness, all right? That obesity and all those things. So let's be mindful of that stuff. Let's be mindful of that stuff, right?
Praise.
Okay.
It's about to go down.
Let's jump into the main part, all right? Let's jump into the main part for this last hour. We're going to get into this. So, I was looking at on my Instagram.
You okay over there?
Right?
Okay.
Trying to get comfortable.
I was looking on my Instagram, and the algorithm. So my man Graybeard comes up.
Yeah,
right. And I don't agree with everything that he says.
I started following him.
But a lot of what he says is on point, right? And he's a Christian, so he brings it Christian-like.
Yes.
But just like anything else, you got to filter through it, right, and see this. So I said, man, this is an interesting discussion to have, right? And I might want to ask some of this to the audience, so y'all be listening good.
Let me get the polls ready.
Let's play this. So apparently there's a thing out there. I think it started in like 2022, and it's called the delusion calculator.
Okay.
All right. Can we look at the
Never heard
definition of
that.
delusion?
Never heard of it.
Let's look up the definition of delusion. The delusion calculator. We jumping right into what are your standards for a spouse? Are you delusional?
That's in the Bible.
No, that's definition. Delusion calculator.
That's good. Delusion. No, delusion's fine. I
You
want
want
the
the definition, right?
Yeah.
I thought you wanted the calculator. Sorry.
Oh, I have the calculators. I sent it to them. They have it.
Okay.
I found the two that I want because some of them are like pop-up centrals. I had to go through it. Right. You see, so you know that after 7, for you, you feel like it stays in your. What time you go to sleep, Melchizedek? Because I know for me, I need 2 to 3 hours, depending on the size of the meal after my last meal, for me to not have the first half of my sleep being upsetting.
Right.
And it's crazy because I'll see the drop off, like with the whoop, it shows me. So the stress level, it's stress like if I'm working or working out while I'm sleeping.
Right.
You'll even see the heart rate while I'm sleeping and stuff like that. And almost always, I'll have like a low recovery after something like that. And then you'll notice when the body stopped digesting because I get this drop off and the stress level is low, which is what it should be when you're sleeping.
I never knew that could be what was contributing because I've been noticing that too. I asked you the other day why my recovery, sleep performance could be 99%, but then the recovery is like.
Scroll down on the main page to your stress level and look at what your stress level was at while you slept.
Right.
And that'll do it. Another thing that gets me, alcohol too close to bedtime. If even one drink affects it. But if I do 2, forget it. Usually a red recovery for sure.
That's crazy.
And I don't need and 2 drinks don't get me drunk or anything, but there's something right.
That
and it's
much?
crazy because a lot of times you go by feel.
Right.
And you might have felt like you slept all right, but then your recovery's not great, and it shows you that stuff, right? So yeah, your body's constantly working. You know, like it's
a machine.
When you're sleeping, your body releases extra spinal fluid into your spinal disc and things like that. You know, they actually say that when you wake up, your body takes a little while to, no matter your age, especially your spine, to come to temp before you do any exercise. So like if you wake up, let's say 5 a.m. and by 5:30 you're hitting the pavement to run, you're actually doing a little damage to yourself. So it would behoove you to do some stretching,
warm-ups.
And if you're weightlifting, I don't believe in static stretching. You can do ballistic stretching. Because
like
if
that
not,
where you move more.
Yeah, because you know, so
I
like
agree.
You're doing this stuff. Yeah, because static stretching reduces your effectiveness in your workout. So
definitely.
But like if you hit the pavement without any type of warm up, so either get your body to a good temp, or do some sort of stretching to kind of move things in the right direction, right? But your body's always working, even when you're asleep. Your heart don't stop. Your brain starts filing everything that you learned from the day, right? Like lately, my REM sleep's been crazy. It's been like ridiculous.
Right.
REM sleep?
Like 3 hours every night, straight REM.
Like REM?
Like REM.
That's the
just
good
REM.
stuff. That's the good
Yeah,
stuff.
that's crazy.
Just REM. I've been having like wild, crazy dreams.
That's good.
Like no, I don't even remember all of them. I just know they've been
Yeah,
nuts.
that's good. That's
but they
good.
say when you're having a lot of REM, it means your brain's been tired. But I haven't felt extra stressed. Like it's been par for the course for me. But apparently it has been. And, you know, leading up to conference, there's always a lot going on. So Tabernacle's around the corner, and I'm involved in a lot of those processes. So it makes sense.
Man.
It makes sense that stuff is like that. But
somebody asked, Deacon, is it because it drives your heart rate about working out early?
What, about working out early? Is it because
working
it drives
out as soon as you wake up?
No. It just has to do that your body, you still have all that fluid in your spinal cord, and your body temperature is not where it needs to be right away. I can't remember the exact details of it, but again, small stuff compared to the bigger thing. It's better to go do it than not, right? And you want to, you know, kind of be have all these other things kind of in check. But eating late and eating heavy meals late, it's not about weight loss. Your body doesn't know the difference, but it knows the difference in the strain of the digestion. Right, because your heaviest digestion starts in the beginning. Your residual digestion starts later once it gets down into the intestines. But food spends a while up here in the stomach and in the upper small intestine before it gets down to the large intestine. It spends a lot of time right? Because the small intestines where it starts to absorb most of the stuff that goes into your bloodstream. Once it gets into the large intestine, it's starting to kind of move into making over the leftover waste that drops into your colon. So, but you'll notice that your sleep is affected. Oh, or what do I always tell you guys that drink coffee for dinner?
Yeah,
when
that it
we're
messes
traveling?
with your. I know,
You're like,
right?
nah,
I know, right?
I'll knock out. But it's not good sleep. I guarantee you, it's not good sleep if you have that caffeine in your
Yeah,
system.
no, that's true. And I did notice that. I did notice that. If I
Right.
drink caffeine at night,
Yeah.
I don't wake up feeling.
Hey,
the
what
best.
size was your coffee?
A venti.
Venti.
Yeah, thank you.
A venti at 6
coffee.
p.m.
It is 8 o'clock.
So anyway, let's read the definition of delusion. Come on.
Delusion, a false belief or a judgment about external reality, held despite incontrovertible evidence to the contrary.
So that's what makes delusion, okay? You have a false belief or a false judgment. Some people are deluded about health stuff that we were just talking about, right?
Right.
About external reality, right? So meaning it's not, oh, well, that's my thing, and I'm entitled to my First Amendment right to do the stuff that I want to do, right?
Right.
No, that's delusional, right? Because you have incontrovertible, can you go back? I'm reading it still. Incontrovertible evidence to the contrary of that belief.
Oh, there's evidence.
Right? So apparently, there's this thing called the male and female delusion calculator.
Never heard of it.
Yeah,
Now, it only takes into account physical characteristics that you're looking for. Graybeard's gonna break it down like he do, and I'm gonna tell you something. Looks matter, right? I'm not gonna sit here and say that they don't.
Right.
Looks matter. Yes. Okay. They matter more, generally speaking. It's weighted higher for women than it is for men. A man will place more value on the things a woman brings to the table. For a woman he wants to marry.
Right.
If he's just trying to hook up, he's going for the hottest piece of meat.
All bread is sweet.
Right. Women typically have, and a lot of them have unrealistic expectations for what they want in somebody.
True.
Now, I'm not saying that to say just grab somebody fugly, okay? But what's great about the calculators,
I can't wait to see this calculator. Then
you have to. It's gonna tell you what your potential pool is like, based on just the physical of what you're looking for,
Right.
and how delusional you might be, All right, let's play Graybeard first before we plug the calculator in. Before we plug the calculator in.
Snap.
And if we got any single sisters in the chat,
Oh, my single ladies.
I'm gonna call on y'all.
I got a poll.
Oh.
You want me to do a poll?
do the poll.
I'm gonna. You could. I don't know if it'll work in a poll. I thought about it.
Where does Steve find this stuff?
He said, "What is the
Yeah.
I like to read, and I like to see stuff. Like I'm just always looking at different things that pique my interest. But go ahead, boom, play.
I've been playing around with the delusion calculators for men and women. Just do a search for male or female delusion calculator and you'll find them. Select age, minimum height and income, exclude married, obesity, etc. I used my own info, 6 foot tall, not married, fat, all of that. I'm in the top 0.7% of white men aged 45 to 54. And that's not even factoring in actual physical attractiveness. If the data could quantify for the difference between not being fat and having a muscular athletic physique, that number would go from 0.7% to something probably more like 0.2%. Men, type in your own stats. For example, if you're in your early 40s, average height, not fat, make a good living, but sub 6 figures, you're still in the top 2.3% of men. The women you're giving your attention to, are they the top 1 or 2% of women? I'm betting not. And then do your own mental calculations. Is she actually attractive or just not fat? The average woman has at least a double-digit body count. So for her to truly be the top 1 or 2% of women, you'd have to be fairly confident that she's not been ran through. So men, if you're in the top 1 or 2%, why settle for chunky, ran through, leftover women? I've been...
So brothers, we'll post the link to it. And what he's saying is, go into the female one and put your stats.
Right.
And see what percentage you're in. What percentile you're in. And this doesn't factor in that you're a man in the truth.
Right.
If you're a good-looking brother or not.
Right.
Because you have these, and it's women a lot. And look, I've said this before. Height within reason, I get it. You want a certain height within reason. But some women will block everything off just based on height. Right? Just based on height. Okay? So we're gonna use this calculator. I want to play a game.
You know what's heavy? Kevin Samuels was doing this in real life.
Yes.
All of this is how he was coming up with casting down all the delusions they were coming with.
Right. So I would like.
How do you use this?
Single sisters. Okay, hold on. Don't. Yo, you gonna put your stats in?
Yeah.
Put me in
See where
there.
you rank. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what metrics I'm looking for, and I want to see. And don't be scared, sisters. It's fine that you have this choice. I'm gonna ask brothers to put in their stats too. All right, but hold on a second. We're gonna try this out. We the Power Hour Plus. We do things different here.
Right.
Yeah. We do things different here. Let me go here so I can pull it up too. Right. We gonna have some fun. Topic content. I need to pull it up too.
How do you do this?
Oh, Five Guys. I didn't do the Five Guys. We're gonna do that. Do that later. We'll do that later. We'll find a way to segue into that.
Yeah.
Okay, the male reality calculator, and there's the female. Okay.
I got.
Hold on.
Are you on I Got Standards, bro? That's what you on?
A what?
The website?
Okay.
No, delusionmeter.com.
I know it has men and women, this one, but I like the other one for men. Hold on, let me pull it up. Espérate. Yeah, but hold on. Yeah, that's the one I like for the men.
Reality what? Calc.
And that's the one I want to use for the women. All right, sister. If you're a single sister, all right, and if you're proving you're a single sister, I would like a single sister to give me, and I'm going to put this into the calculator, I would like a single sister to let me know what age range you're looking for. Okay.
Hold on, D. It says exclude mothers.
Right. Hold on.
Hold on, bro.
Let him explain.
Coño.
I would like to know what age range you're looking for. Hold on. Damn, these ads. Some of these things are spammy.
Oh.
All right. If you don't want him to be obese, say non-obese. If you're okay with his weight, say okay. Exclude marries a given. But they put that in there to put people with a reality check. Because there are some people that will want to date somebody married just to kind of meet their needs. So I want age range. I want yes to obese or no to obese, meaning fat. I want height. We're going to presume ethnicity is going to be black or Hispanic.
Yeah.
And what type of income, money per year, you would like.
Okay.
Right? So I need all of those in one line if you want us to experiment with you.
Okay, one more time for the sisters.
Okay.
I like this.
So I need age range.
Uh-huh.
Right? So hold on. No, you can't just put the age range. Do it in one post because then I'm going to lose it when everybody else posts.
Yeah.
So I need age range, yes or no to obese, meaning fat, right? Meaning the body matters, and income level. Right? So in dollar amount, if just pick a number. So if you want them to make six figures, give me how much? 100,000, whatever.
Right.
If you're comfortable with somebody making 55K,
right.
85K a year, right? So who gonna participate? 40, non-obese.
Yo.
Okay. All right, hold on.
All right, we got someone.
Let's put all right, so put in
40 to 50.
40 to 50.
Years of age, 40 to 50.
Non-obese, 40 to 50. Let's put that in.
She said 5'8" and 5'8" plus.
5'8" plus. So 5'8" put to like whatever. So 5'8's the minimum. 5'8's the minimum. Okay. And then go all the way up. So she said plus, right?
And
so
then
even
income,
if it's
open. Salary open.
Salary open.
So let's just put the
Top
whole
to
thing.
bottom.
So put the whole
So
thing.
he don't gotta make no
500K.
bread?
And then
okay,
put-
ethnicity. Let's do black first. Let's do black.
Yeah.
Let's find
So
out.
remember,
This is exciting.
for you all,
Yeah, exclude marry, exclude obese. Okay, let's go. Boom. Let's see how realistic that is.
0.49%.
Put it up
Oh,
on
no,
the
you did men. You're supposed to click on women.
Ah,
You
coño.
did men, bro. Come on. Women. There you go.
yes,
There you go. Now
yes.
click. Let's find out. 0.49% of all women in the why does it say women still?
Oh, go back. It's supposed to be men. Because we're looking for men.
I think you wet the bed on this one.
What percentage of people?
Go up. Go scroll up. What percentage people